There are two good reasons why certain reports of ghosts, hauntings, and other paranormal phenomena catch fire on social media more than others. To begin with, it's tricky to convince the world you've seen a ghost. But when you've supposedly got evidence to back up your claims, the story suddenly becomes a lot scarier. And if you've also got a way with words, like New York-based artist, writer, and former BuzzFeed contributor Adam Ellis, you just might trigger a worldwide epidemic of the creeps. That's exactly what happened when Ellis began a Twitter thread on August 7th, 2017, with this simple but chilling entry. "My apartment is currently being haunted by the ghost of a dead child, and he's trying to kill me." So began a nightmarish journey, unfolding in real time, as Ellis began documenting each new encounter with the nocturnal visitor. Ellis first believed the dead boy sitting in a rocking chair at the foot of his bed was a product of his sleep paralysis. But the encounter was vivid enough to wake him screaming in terror, and he remembered exactly how the child looked when it began to walk toward him. Ellis tweeted a sketch of the boy, showing a huge dent in the right side of his skull. He went on to describe a second dream in which a mysterious woman told him the ghost would answer 2 questions if you addressed him as "Dear David," but the woman also issued a grim warning. Never try to ask him a 3rd question, or he'll kill you. It wasn't long before Ellis had chosen his questions. The first, "Dear David, how did you die?" was met with a mumbled response, "An accident in a store." Ellis moved on to question number 2. "Dear David, what happened in the store?" "A shelf was pushed on my head," the boy answered in the same guttural groan. That's when things took a darker turn. Ellis accidentally asked a 3rd question, failing to realize his mistake until it was too late. "Who pushed the shelf?" he asked. There was no reply. Fearing for his life, Ellis desperately began searching for information about the boy and his alleged death, but he couldn't find a trace of information. When the unit above him became vacant, Ellis decided to move there, hoping the ghost was somehow connected to his original apartment. A couple of months passed without incident, but eventually, strange and troubling events started up again. Ellis's cats began to behave erratically every night after midnight. When they became fixated on something outside his front door, he checked the peephole and swore he could see something on the stairs outside. "David found me," he finally tweeted. After that, Ellis tried to gather more evidence of the tiny specter, setting an audio app to begin recording any time a new sound was detected. Most recordings led to nothing, but then there's this one, captured between 2 and 3 a.m. That strange electrical tone can be heard beneath what sounds like tiny footsteps, then the sound of Ellis reacting to something in his sleep. Then, the first visual evidence emerged. It began as a series of Polaroids. The photos came out normal until Ellis tried to take a picture of the stairway where he first saw the movement. Every time he tried, the area exposed as solid black. Each passing day brought a new horror, and Ellis was scared for his life again, just as the first physical evidence surfaced. After a dream in which David was dragging him by the arm, Ellis awakened with a bruise in the same spot. Then the phone calls began. Dozens of them, always from an unidentified number, always at night. When he finally answered, there was no reply until he was about to hang up. Then came a whispered voice, a child's voice, saying, "Hello." It was only a matter of time before video began to surface on the thread, thanks to an automated nanny cam that Ellis installed. It was uneventful at first, until the cats began reacting strangely to something the camera couldn't see. Then one of the motion alerts triggered the following video. "Keep your eye on the green chair.